Hey Rex, I'm good. How are you? Oh, thanks. It's definitely outside of my comfort zone in terms of color and stuff, but I think it turned out okay. Morning, Construct. What's up, Connor? The streak is alive. That's all I know. Keeping the dailies to a daily. That's my little success for the day. Starting out on top, you know? What's up, Raphael? Welcome to the stream. Sujal, hello. Well, I'll tell you guys about it. You guys are perfect timing. We'll dig in right here. Okay. So this stream is called the Daily Encounter. And really it's a big gimmick, a big excuse that allows us to kind of brainstorm a couple of tables that become a tool for generating new ideas in D&D. So, Crane's like, hey there, Dad, I'm pretty sure you got a black shirt on. Can I come give you all my hair? Sure, Crane. That sounds like a really good deal. Thank you. So I've got this 5-year journal, and every day we add another day. There's only a few lines, so it's got to be simple. Okay, he's gonna chill. And we do it every day. So today, just get out of here, dude. Being crazy. February 6th. So that means that we use a prompt from the back of the book. Right side page, right side prompt. So this is a D100 list that I made just with different prompts on it. So let's roll on it and see what we get. Go from there. 53. Twisted into knots. Twisted into knots. I'm gonna close that first. All right. So, Twisted into knots is our inspiration. We could take it any different number of places. We could use twist, we could use knots, it reminds us of something, and then we go that direction. And the goal is going to be, we're going to create 2 sentences, and each of those sentences is going to have a blank spot that we're going to fill in with these D8 lists. And we put those 2 things together, we're going to end up with a little tool for, or a little, like I said, idea generation thing. So twisted into knots about be nervous. It could be about making a hard decision. You could also be captive, right? You could be bound. So we could do something with, what would you call them? I mean, the victims' hostages. Could do a hostage encounter. That could be kind of interesting. Actually, I kind of like that idea a lot. I don't run enough hostage situations in my games here. Let me pick a slightly more chill music for this. Sounds like we're in the middle of a hostage situation. Hold on. There, how about that? Chill a bit. Okay, I think I've got an idea. Okay, here's the start. Oh no, half the town is taken hostage, and they are demanding. Random encounter creation. The trolley problem. You know, I don't think I've ever given anything quite that trollish, quite that like would you rather to my group. Probably just 'cause I haven't put much thought into it, but there's probably a way to do it well. All of the water. They are demanding all of our water. Heck of a demand. So what do the hostage takers want? Safe passage? Is this like, you know, exiting the bank heist? Like, we just want safe passage out of town? They want passage through the mountains, maybe? Access to the portal, the royals, the wizard's spellbook. Let's actually use access to. They are demanding to speak to the king. The wizard's spellbook. Somebody's spellbook. Access to maybe some sort of special spellbook. Obviously, our special spellbook. That's one thing. No, I like it. Demanding the wizard's spellbook. There are a couple of fun places we could take that. What's up, CJJJ? Welcome to the stream. Demanding weapons and arms to protect against an outside threat. Yeah, demanding like they're demanding weapons. Yeah. I'm trying to think of a way to add something to that. They all want to be armed. They're how about here's a they're demanding silvered weapons. They're demanding entry to the temple catacombs, protection, rations for a march, destruction of the wall. They are demanding we feed like the beast. There's some sort of monster that needs to be fed. We feed a they are demanding we feed the monsters. Hey, Data. Hand over our sons, demand protection, temple catacombs, firstborns, rations for a march, the famous. Oh. A sculptor and artist. Wait, so they're demanding a portrait. They're demanding a portrait, or maybe a sculpture, maybe depicting them. What's up, Pashi? Oh no, half the town is taken hostage, and they are demanding all of our water, passage through the mountains, to speak to the king, the wizard's spellbook, silvered weapons, demanding we feed the monsters, services. Maybe that's the language that I needed. The services of a painter. That's what we want. See, sometimes you guys give just all the necessary puzzle pieces. That's great. To light the void on fire. Add up all our brain cells, get close to a whole thought. I mean, it's like it becomes like a sort of a word cloud of great ideas that then, I mean, when you guys are throwing ideas in the chat kind of independently of one another, it's a mini version of what we're even trying to do here, right? Because you guys aren't sharing a brain, so when you throw out, somebody says firstborns and then like a healer, it's like we could combine those ideas into some new idea that we wouldn't have had otherwise, right? To light the void on fire, brand new idea. We've never had that before. Okay, so resource, travel, communication, magic, weapons, monster ritual, something esoteric. I wonder if it's even like, what if they demand something impossible, right? What if they're loons? What if they're demanding like fresh rain, or like an end to the drought, or like what do they think that they can ask that is like that would make a party go? They can't ask for that. How do we provide that? That doesn't even make any sense. Summon that we want. They want a baby dragon. Okay. They're demanding a baby dragon. I went into this one without a plan for a second sentence. So now I think about all the different ways we could take a hostage scenario. Okay. I got it. Oh no, half the town is taken hostage, and they are demanding all of these things. We'll surprise them. They have everyone in the blank. Where on earth do you take half the town hostage? Because that's going to be the focal point of whatever confrontation happens next. Either the trade, the fight, the massacre, or the cunning plan. The Great Hall. In their grandmother's house. Yeah, I like okay. Got one. Or got another one. Blooded catacombs. To use the pocket dimension, the idea of we might need to name it. Pocket dimension is I could go lots of different directions with that. The Eldridge Furnace. Crime Alley. Oh no. Half the town is taken hostage, and they're demanding all of our water, passage through the mountains, to speak to the king. We'll have to sneak up on them. They have everyone in the Great Hall, in the flooded catacombs. How about the ship offshore? The ship. They have everyone in the ship's hull. Fire, fire, fire. The large stable on the edge of town. I do like the idea that they're just kind of crowded everyone into like the horse stables. The weightless plain. I'm only quiet because I'm processing all the great ideas you guys gave me. The horse barns, the elder cemetery. Oh, touching on some fun Zelda references there. The volcano temple. Or, hey, fire temple. Fire temple's not as cool. Okay. Oh no, half the town is taken hostage, and they're demanding the wizard's spell book. Silvered weapons. They're demanding we feed the monsters. We'll surprise them. They have everyone in the Sebastian. That doesn't make any sense. They're keeping everyone in the Great Hall, the flooded catacombs, the ship's hull, the horse barns, the Elder Cemetery, the old laboratory, the volcanic temple. And yeah, how about what was it, the weightless plane? I'm gonna say like the noiseless plane. I think that's more interesting in this case. Although weightless would be interesting. Hey, Toasty. The old man's house. Is that where they're keeping him? Crane. Seriously, he doesn't bug me all morning, and he's like, oh, you're streaming? I'll be right there. Now's my chance. Silent is probably a good way to put it. It's a little bit more elegant than what I wrote down. All right. It's true. It's really Crane's show. I'm just borrowing it. All right. Let us see what we have here. And then there's this interesting little negotiation scenario we're setting up. An 8 and a 3. Oh no, half the town has been taken hostage. The hostage takers are demanding for themselves a baby dragon. We'll have to sneak up on them. They have everyone in the ship's hull. This is interesting. So, a couple of ways we could go with this, which is always a good sign. On the one hand, what is it about this community that would lead pirates, apparently, to sail there, take half the town hostage, and say, we want a baby dragon? Does this community, does this town have special access? Do they regularly commune with dragons? Is that some sort of relationship they have? Maybe. Or is this a wild, like, has the captain of the ship, you know, it's sea madness, or maybe they got the town wrong on their map, and there is a place that you can get that, but not here. Or here's another fun way to look at this too. Baby dragon could be a code. They could be looking for someone in particular to transmit a message. Ooh, I like this. CJ, the official town crest has a dragon, and the kidnappers believe it has a deeper meaning than it does. Yeah. Like the pirates are aware of a secret in the town that nobody else is aware of. So they're like, okay, you have 48 hours. Well, now the adventuring party has to go, like, we have to, you know, we have to national treasure our town in the next 2 days to save all the elders or whatever. Like, this would be an awesome little arc. Oh, or they're saving the town. The ship is captained by Jack Bauer, who's doing the extreme things because we have to get somewhere in town. There's a baby dragon, and I'm gonna find it for the sake of all you idiots. Lots of ideas from that one. Oh no, half the town is taken hostage, and they are demanding passage through the mountains. We'll have to sneak up on them. Right now, they have everyone in the silent plain, or the noiseless plain. So our captors that have taken half the town are able to stash them in a pocket dimension. But they're specifically seeking safe passage through the mountains. So to me, that suggests... What's up, user FM? Did you pick that one yourself? That suggests to me that the captors are high magic users, but the mountains that the mountains in this town in particular, this is a sacred place of it's the entire mountain range is anti-magic. They're demanding passage because they literally need people to escort them, because they're high magic, but they can't do anything. They're completely useless against the like high martial, like barbaric tribes that are in these mountains. So they're willing to basically force their way through by forcing the town or the adventuring party to like make this deal. Like, you know. Also, I just like that idea of like an entire region that's anti-magic. That would be kind of frustrating for the party, but for like a session or two, like a dip in and out, like you have to go in to get to this cave and retrieve this treasure or make a deal with somebody and then get out. That could be kind of interesting. A 6 and a 3. Oh no, half the town is taken hostage, and they are demanding we feed the monsters. We'll have to sneak up on them. They have everyone right now in the volcanic temple. I don't know, Sebastian. I don't know. User, can you get something out of the region like an anti-magic ore? I would think so. Yeah, something like that would be like a great sort of MacGuffin. So if they're demanding we feed the monsters, and we're already using the volcanic temple, if that's where they have everybody, I'm just going to go straight Ocarina of Time inspiration here, and that there are monsters in the volcano temple. Maybe there's a dragon or some sort of like fire serpent, and maybe it's like, hey, listen, we have the town's elders, or we have half the town already over here. We're prepared to feed them unless you bring us, we'll trade you. Bring us somebody else to feed to these, to sacrifice to these monsters, because the volcano is going to erupt if we don't do it. We have to feed the serpent. I mean, basically, this is sort of creating a situation where the party's absolutely going to go in, to try to save as many as they can. I'd be shocked if the town or the adventurers the party would say, let's find some alternative sacrifices. Like they're going in there. They're gonna save them all. Oh no, half the town is taken hostage, and they are demanding the services of a painter. We'll have to sneak up on them. Right now, they have everyone in the Elder Cemetery. Ooh. So they took the town captive because they need probably somebody specific. Probably somebody by name. We need this person. Well, why do they need that person? Well, where are they right now? They're in the Elder Cemetery. What do they need illustrated? What, is it a vision? Perhaps it's not even about the painter. Maybe that's how it's phrased. And they're like, why do they need a painter? It's like, it's not even that at all. They need somebody's, they need the next in line to a specific name to open a tomb. Or maybe it's that person's art is the only thing that will open this tomb. Like whoever these treasure hunters are, this is what they're doing. A very vain lich. What's a new phylactery of painting? I mean, that could work too. Maybe these people who've taken them captive are doing so in service of a very vain vampire lord. And he's not going to venture outside of the cemetery, so they're doing what they can. It's like, boss's orders, right? A couple of really fun ways to take that. A 2 and a 1. How about a 1 and a 2? Half the town is taken hostage, and they are demanding all of our water. We'll have to sneak up on them. They have everyone in the flooded catacombs. That's a fun one. That combination of ideas. They want all the water. Where do they have the town? In the flooded catacombs. That suggests... Well, no, that suggests that water isn't enough. Like, that suggests that the, oh man, what would be the problem that would necessitate that much water? Or, it could be unclean. This could also be bonkers. This could also be, like we were talking, I think, yesterday about doing more with elementals. So imagine that there are water elementals. Imagine if the flooding in the catacombs, like, there are... Like, what if we pushed the idea of an elemental further, and, like, they can transform into what seems to be just a normal-looking humanoid creature. But they have this, like, requirement to have access to, or maybe they travel, or maybe they can expand into water. What if somebody in the town, what if there's a captive elemental? And the demand for all of your water is like, we don't know where you're hiding them, but if we get access to every well that you have, we get access to all this stuff. Like, wherever they are, they're either requiring water or they're creating a huge amount of water. This is how we'll track them down. That one's a little bit, had to travel around on that one, but hey, I like anything that gives inspiration for a new monster type. New type of elementals, I'll take it. 5 and a 7. How about a... Nope, 5 and a 3, nope. 5 and a 1. Half the town is taken hostage, and they are demanding silvered weapons. And they have everyone in the Great Hall. Perfect. Okay. This is your standard thing. Highly suspicious. Like, this isn't outsiders. This is a bunch of suspicious people who have been led to believe that there's like conspiracy in the town, or that the town is transforming around them. They've taken everybody they're suspicious of, and they're going to let them go one by one, but they want silvered weapons to be able to basically like test everybody on their way out. Like that's how they'll release them. This is, and there probably is a family of wares that's under the protection of the party or the town, and these crazed, whether it's a cult or just like your standard bigots, like whoever is going to like find them, it's like, okay, we need to get this family out of the Great Hall, undetected, certainly before tonight's full moon. I think both of those are bad numbers. Can I get some good numbers? Are there any good numbers left? 4 is a good number. 7. Here's 6. 4 and 6 works. Half the town is taken hostage, and they are demanding the wizard's spellbook be handed over. We'll have to sneak up on them. Right now, they have everyone in the old laboratory. Well, they need the wizard's spellbook because the wizard was an assistant at the old laboratory, and they want to turn something back on. They want to bring Frankenstein back to life. They want to kickstart the doomsday clock. Like, they want something that was shut down to be turned back on, and they need the wizard's notes to do it. Secret cult of werebeasts who live in the town are actually trying to take all the silver weapons down to hide and destroy them, so the townsfolk won't use them against the cult. I like it. Yeah, I mean, all those ideas about like if there are wares involved in a captive scenario, are the wares to be feared, or are they, to be helped? That's always one of those questions to ask. Which side of this conflict are we going to find ourselves on? I can do a 4. Can I do a 4 and a 4? Can't do that. Wait, what's left? I come down to literally 3 and 4. Oh no. Half the town is taken hostage, and they are demanding to speak to the king. Right now, they have everyone in the horse barns. Doesn't that feel like feels like a prison break type of scenario? Feels like desperation, people trying to prove their innocence and fleeing, and maybe they didn't have a good plan. Now they've got some people. Maybe there was like a celebration or a party being held, and they've taken that party. They've taken the whole barn hostage, and they want to be able to make their case to the king. And everybody's like, "Why do you think we can get you that? We can find you a sheriff. Can you talk to a sheriff?" Cool. Good stuff. Good ideas, guys. Well, I would be... Let's see. Good one for the day. I'll also throw a link into chat here to Discord and to the zine. I'll actually even zoom the camera in on it. Those yellow, it's actually a yellow book and an orange book that come together. Basically this idea here of sort of mad-libbing together ideas and using them for D&D and for brainstorming in general. I've expanded into this zine that I put together, hand stapled, and just made that one set so far, working hard on the second set to come out this month. But we do this every day. Try to do it in the morning. Sometimes it's at lunch or at night. Thanks everybody for throwing awesome ideas out there. I think this was a good one. It's definitely given me some ideas. And we'll see how the day goes. At the very least tonight, I will be back to translating Tunic, hanging out on stream, or the weekend game streams. Maybe we'll actually move past that game this weekend and pick the next one. 2026 deserves a second game. So we'll see. But thanks, everybody. Hope you have a great Friday, and I'll catch you guys next time. See ya.